Hey everyone, how's it going? Just thought I'd come on and we'll talk about the madness that's currently engulfing the United States and the world, no doubt. Let me see here. What's going on? How's everyone doing? I'm currently watching, I got a TV right here watching the Joe Rogan stream. Joe Rogan live stream, and over here I have the InfoWars live stream. And right here I have my live stream. And we'll see how it goes. Let me check here. There we go. Comments and reactions. Come on over and give me some comments. If you're in the vicinity, I could even bring you on the show. I can send you a link so you can join. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Fix that. I'm fixing. I shaved. You see that? I shaved my beard. How do I look? Okay. If you were on the mindset spooktacular last Friday, you'd see that I had a mop of hair and a beard. But I decided to shave all that off and get it sorted. You know what I mean? Get it done. Get it sorted out. There we go. Just clicking on stuff. There we go. So I got that. I'm just kind of texting some people and letting them know that I'm broadcasting, so they might want to swing by and say hi. Oh man, what a crazy day, huh? It's been nuts. Whoa. I don't know how it's going to play out tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to kick off and people are going to lose their shit and start rioting or acting like maniacs. I don't know. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping everyone just remains calm, don't act like assholes, and keep their shit together. But we'll see. I do think that Trump is going to win, though. Because I think that there's even though the media and the culture despise Trump, I think that publicly a lot of people, they don't want to go public with their views on Trump simply because they're... Let me turn the sound down. Maybe you can still hear Joe Rogan ranting in the corner there. Let me put the sound down a bit. There you go. Yeah, I think there's a lot of undercover Trump people out there. People who publicly will be like, I hate that guy, he's a fucking racist. But privately they're like, check, tick. Who do you vote for? Trump, chick. And they're good to go. They get the Trump tick going there. Well, let's see here. Who messaged me? Yeah, there we go. Let's see, I think Barry's watching. Hello, Barry, are you watching? How you doing, Barry? How you doing, mate? All right? All right, mate? I know. He's in Australia. What else we got going on here? There's enough. I'm looking at the live map of who's winning. It looks like Trump is at 50% of the vote and Biden is at 48% of the vote. There's a lot of hey, Mark 1. How you doing, Mark? Mark says hi. Hi, Mark. How goes it, man? I'm trying to sort out this. Let's see what we got. There we go. I had some computer issues this week, so I had to re-image my machine. I think I've got some bad memory, so I've ordered some new memory. Getting ready. I might do a live stream on Friday night. I'm thinking about getting Joe Dunn and Justin Villarreal on and see what happens, but that may or may not happen. We'll see how I feel come this Friday. Although I am preparing for the Mindset podcast on Sunday, which will be an election recap special. We'll talk about, the madness that's rolled out over the next few days and how that all plays out and how people survive. I do think that Trump will win, and I do think that a lot of people, I would say, I'm reluctant to say Biden supporters, because I don't think there are real Biden supporters. I think there are people that support Donald Trump, and there are people that hate Donald Trump. There's no Biden supporters. I don't think anyone really gives a rat's ass for Joe Biden. But they're voting for Joe Biden because they hate Trump. They're not voting for Joe Biden because it's Joe Biden and they think he's going to do a great job and he's going to be wonderful. They're voting for him simply because they hate Trump. So they vote for Joe Biden because he's the only game in town. I think that's what's going on. So there's no Joe Biden fans. Even people who are rushing to the polls right now as we speak and putting a check mark next to Joe Biden's name are not doing it because they're fans of Joe Biden. They're not checking his name because I think Joe Biden's going to do a great job. They're checking his name purely because they despise Donald Trump and they want him out of office. That's why most, if not all, people voting for Joe Biden are voting for Joe Biden. Pretty sad state of affairs when you think about it, Let's see who we got in the chat room. We got Mark, and there's one other person in there. He or she has not revealed themselves yet. If any of you wish to come on the show, I can post a link in the chat. You can click that link and leap on and join me, and we can have a conversation in regard to the election or anything. For that, I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to post it in the chat right there. There we go. There's Joseph. How do? Nakagawa. Joseph Nakagawa. How do, Joseph? Nice for you to swing by on this, what day is today? Tuesday, this Tuesday night. But if any of you want to join, there's a link in the chat room. Go ahead and click on it. I'll bring you in, and we'll say hello, and we can talk about the election or whatever else you have on your mind. By the way, I'm drinking beer. I shouldn't. I promised myself. I said this week I will not be drinking anything. I will not be drinking any alcohol whatsoever. And I got home from work today, and I flipped on the TV. And I started watching some election stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have a fucking beer. I need a beer, goddammit. So cheers, people. If you're out there having a brew or whatever your tipple of choice is, cheers. Let me take a look at the live election results here. See what's happening. I'm looking at a map of the United States with all the states laid out, and they're divided between red and blue. Red being Republican, blue being Democrat, and I have to say there's an awfully lot of red. There's an awfully lot of red that seems to be present, dear boy. Yeah, a lot of red, but we shall see. Let's see who else is on. Joseph says, hey, nice shout out. It's 3:15. Oh, sorry, 13:15 in Shizuoka. He's drinking grape juice. There you go. That's cool. Very good, Joseph. It's a little after 1 over there, and it's over here. It's 8:15 p.m. in California. So, Joseph, I'm assuming that for you, it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? It's Wednesday. For you, Joseph, it's Wednesday already. For me, it's still Tuesday night, and we're still engulfed in the election. We vote for the public relations officer of the Illuminati. That's one way of looking at it. We're talking about it today at work about the election, and people were very rabidly. We have to, everyone, everywhere you go, everyone says, you must vote, you must vote, you must. It's not for me, unfortunately. I can't vote for, leaders that are pieces of garbage. I mean, you got a bully, arrogant piece of shit Trump, and incompetent, fucking this incompetent ancient Joe Biden who can barely put a fucking sentence together. It's crazy. Hey, Barry B, how you doing, Barry? Nice to have you on the tuning in. I was just chatting to Barry a little while ago on Messenger. Barry's in Australia. G'day, Barry. All right, mate? How you doing? He's in Australia. So I think it's Wednesday for you too, right, Barry? It's Wednesday over there. You're living in the future. Send me the lottery numbers immediately, please. So I can escape this madness and get my shit together. Let's see, I'm looking at Joe Rogan over there on the big screen. I got Alex Jones on this screen over here. Let me just stop you right there. There he is. I guess Alex is doing his own live stream. I was hoping he was going to appear on the Joe Rogan show, but 'twas not to be. He's doing his own live stream over at Infowars.com or on his own. He's got a bandvideo.com or something where he posts all of his videos. Speaking of being banned, I found out today that David Icke was banned off Twitter. So now David Icke has followed in the footsteps of Alex Jones and so many others. Banned from YouTube, banned from Twitter, banned from Facebook, for just posting the Rogan. What happened? Oh, did he end the stream or did it get cut off? Anyone else streaming the Joe Rogan stream? I'm just looking at it right now. Yeah, it ended. Oh, what a trip. That's so weird. I just pulled up on my screen here. I just ended the Joe Rogan stream ended, and I went back and it showed my stream, the one that's on right now that just popped up. The mindset election chat appeared on the screen. I'm not going to click play though because I don't want that kind of feedback to engulf this thing. I want to know what happened, man. That's so weird. That's so bizarre. I wonder if he lost the stream or if he ended it. Don't know. Pretty crazy though. That's a shame. I was looking forward to keeping that going. Oh well. Well, in that case, I guess I'll turn the TV off. I got my remote. TV is off. There you go. How's that sound? How's everyone doing? Paul Armstrong jumped on and said he just ended it. Oh well. Welcome. Hi, Paul. How you doing, Paul? Well, that's a shame that he ended it. It was just getting good. But just as well. Joe Rogan has gone into the ether, but I am here to fill the void. Well, not so much, I guess. But we'll see. The link is still in the chat room if any of you want to join me and chat about, I don't know, the election or whatever you want to chat about. That might be fun. It's a lot easier than me talking to myself. Anyone want to jump in and say hi? Come on. Don't be scared. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, we got Alex Jones over here. Let me put the sound up on Alex. There's Alex, Maine. Yeah, there's an awful lot of red on the screen. It really does look like Trump is going to win, but wouldn't it be a surprise if Biden won? Can you imagine if he pulled it out of his ass and Biden won out of the blue? We wake up tomorrow morning and they say the next president of the United States is Joe Biden. I'd be shocked. I really would. I would be shocked. I'd legitimately be shocked by that if that were the case. Whether that will happen, I don't know. Let me see if I can get anyone from to come on the show. Most of my pals in the UK are fast asleep right now, even though they told me they'd be up watching the election. Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to be up. Yeah, I'm going to be. I can't wait to see who wins. I'm going to stay up all night and watch it. And because they're out cold. They can't. They can't. Let's see. Yeah, Paul. Unfortunately, I think you're probably correct. Says Rogan's guest reckon we won't know the result until the weekend, which is probably true, because all the mail-in votes and the like, we won't really get a real good view of what's happening until then when they count everything. So I don't think the violence will kick off until maybe the weekend. If it kicks off at all, hopefully it will not. I'm going to post the link one more time in case any of you have missed it. If you want to join me and have a chat and say hello, we can talk about the election or anything you wish. There it is. Right there. Just click right there, and we'll pull you right in. You can do it on your phone, your computer, your tablet. Doesn't really matter as long as you have some kind of device that has access to the internet and a web browser. I can bring you in, and we can yap about all manner of things. Paul says, I really thought B.E.J. would have burned the midnight oil for God, Emperor Trump. Now, B.E.J., for the uninitiated, is the head of the Church of Bemlin, Mr. Ben Emlyn Jones. So, yeah, Ben told me that he was going to do a live stream for the election, and I messaged him and said, Ben, if you're going to do a live stream, I'm going to be up. I'm going to be available, man. Just invite me in, and I'll come on your channel, and I'll give you like a live broadcast from this side of the pond on what's going on. And he was like, no, thank you. I won't be doing that. I'm just going to be working on comments and stuff. He's not going to do like, he wouldn't be able to bring me in, which was a shame because I thought that would have been, it would have been fun to go in and talk to Ben. Let me see. There we go. I think a lot of people are. I don't know. You guys tell me. Are you mainly streaming the election? Are you watching on television, or are you one of the rare, proud few that don't give a rat's ass about the election? I'd like to think I was in the latter, but here I am talking about it. So I mean, what can I say? If you want to come on and chat with me, we can talk about the UFO meetup that I had this past Saturday. I talked about it on the Mindset podcast this Sunday. If you want to get some more details on that, I'll gladly talk to you about it. Paul says he thinks he's turning into an insomniac, being awake at this godforsaken hour. Yeah, Paul's in the UK, so in the UK right now, let me check my world time. It's, where's London? 4:26 a.m. It's almost time to get up for work, Paul. Stop complaining. It's pretty crazy. Let's see. Barry B says they won't know how many votes they need until about tomorrow, which is probably true, Barry. It's probably true. Mark 1 says rat's ass. Yeah, so rat's ass. What can I say? Fuck those guys. So I've messaged a few people to see if they want to come in. You guys have no idea how difficult it is to talk by yourself for an enormous amount of time. It's not an easy thing to do. It'd be so much easier if I could actually speak to somebody, then we could have like a conversation about something. Talking to yourself is it's the first sign of madness, dear boy. Let me see what else is going on in There's that guy on Infowars. Have you seen the guy who he does the news sometimes? He's like an older guy with the beard. He comes off as like a legit reporter. Well, I guess he is. That's kind of derogatory for him to say that. He probably is a legit reporter, but he's just as legit as the other puppet head teleprompter reading retards that sit in front of the cameras on regular news. They don't have a fucking thought in their head. They're just reading what comes up in front of them. So your Infowars right now is showing outside view, lots of people out in the streets, not protesting, but just like out to show support for either Biden or oh, what happened? Oh no, Infowars just went down too. Let me refresh the page. Let me see what's going on here. Barry B says Michael Knight. From Knight Rider? Is that what you mean? Michael. Infowars. Infowars down. Looks like it's down. What the hell? Could this be like just a glitch? Or some nefarious... trying to bring them down, get them off the air, get them out of there. I don't know. Let me just check over here. Here we go. Yeah, that's true, Paul. Paul's saying BitChute went down earlier today also, and I think BitChute has actually been starting to covertly ban some videos. Or when I say ban, they're not going to use the word ban. They're going to say remove from their stream or whatever, which is kind of ironic because the reason that BitChute exists is an alternate to YouTube, so that controversial or videos that YouTube usually pull off or take off or ban, BitChute is a way to get those videos out. So it is kind of disturbing to think that they might be moving along that path also to remove those kinds of videos. We do need some kind of free speech alternative to YouTube. Oh, don't get me wrong. I love YouTube. I piss away hours of my life in that, being sucked into that rat hole of YouTube. I think we all go in there where you find one video that's like 6 minutes long. And you think, oh, I'm just going to watch this one video. And 4 hours later, you're like, holy fuck! You're just pissed away 4 hours of your life watching some dopey video. Let's see, Paul says, free speech and alternative thought under attack like never before. It really does feel that way. It really does feel that way. Free speech and alternative thought. I mean, what do they have to fear here? I mean, if all free speech and alternative thought, if all we're saying is obvious nonsense and just like the ramblings of maniacs, what do they care? Why would they give a shit? Unless, of course, what we're saying might hold several grains of truth. That would make sense why they're trying to pull the plug, right? Because if it's bullshit, so what? Who cares? They let preachers rant all day. No one's banning their shit when they're on YouTube or any other, talking about, the holy book or the Quran or the Bible or whatever. That no one says shit about them. They can rant their fucking nonsense all day and no one says a goddamn word. But once someone starts getting close to the truth as to what's really going on, oh, we got to ban them, pull the plug, get them off, red alert, red alert. Now, whether that's true, I don't know, but it sure as hell seems that way. It feels like that. It might, in reality, it might not be that. I might be completely wrong, but it does feel that way. It feels like there's some shenanigans going on in regard to the censoring of free speech. It's not right. You know, if somebody says something that you don't agree with, you don't ban them. You have a better argument. You have something better to say to counter what they're saying, right? You don't say, that's it, I disagree, you cannot say that, shut up, you're done, I'm banning you. No, you say, well, you know, that's interesting you said that, but here's why you're wrong. And you have a conversation. You have a debate. And the person with the best argument or the best point of view will win. But they don't want to go down that path. And they don't want to go down that path because they might not win. And that's not a good path for them to be going down. So for them, it makes sense for them to ban people, right? Paul says, COVID is the Trojan horse for Agenda 1 2030, the fourth industrial revolution agenda. Now, this is very interesting. I know what you mean, Paul. It really does seem that we're into phase 2 of the massive cultural reboot. Well, not just cultural and economic reboot, which will reshape the world forever. 2030 is a very interesting year. It's a year that's been bandied around for maybe the last 5 or 10 years. They've talked about 2030. 2030 is going to be the year when, you know, universal basic income, AI, the obsolescence of manual work as machines take over. And they've been saying this for years. And now it finally seems like with COVID and the lockdowns and the destruction of the economy, that this actually might be coming to fruition. Let's see. Gary Nils says, like spending 4 hours watching Gareth getting drunk the other night on YouTube. It was great. I really enjoyed the show. It's true, Gary. It's true. It's true, baby. Yeah, I did get a good buzz going on Friday. I drank copious amounts of beer. And towards the end of the show, I guess I was becoming kind of abusive, but funny, hopefully. Hopefully it was abusive funny. It wasn't nasty abusive, it was funny abusive, as the alcohol took a grip of my sanity. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Great fun talking to everyone. Maybe we'll do it again. I was thinking about maybe doing it this Friday. I don't know whether it'll happen. It depends who's going to come on with me. I'm certainly not going to go on by myself like now. Talk for 4 hours, just me. Are you kidding me? You must be mental. Gary, you want to come on and talk to me right now? Come on, dude. Don't be a wuss. I'm going to post the link one more time. I'm going to keep going until one of you guys click the link on your phone or your iPad or your computer or whatever you have, so we can talk about whatever. There it is. Go on. Click it. Don't be scared. Nothing will happen. You won't burst into flames. What'll happen is you'll appear on the screen with me and we can talk. It'll be good. Come on. Don't be scared. Somebody, please. Barry, Paul, Gary, anyone else, Mark, click that link. Mark says it's always a good time on here. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. How many of you in the chat room right now listen to the Mindset Podcast? Everyone, some, or are you thinking, what's the Mindset Podcast? I don't know what that is. How many of you are subscribers or have tuned in every Sunday or Monday to hear myself and many others rant about the madness engulfing planet Earth? Let's see if InfoWars is back. Are they back? Are you back, Alex? Nope, he's gone. They've shut him down, dude. He's gone. Oh, look at this. Oh, my gosh. I just refreshed the page on InfoWars. The video will not come back up, but it says we're under attack. Yep, they're being hacked. They're being hacked as we speak. Wow. This really is a war for freedom. Any second, my stream will be cut off or hacked because I am the arbiter of truth. It does look like these massive platforms that are independent appear to be being Wow. That is kind of disturbing. It literally says that on the InfoWars site when you go to watch their live election coverage. It literally says, we are under attack. Maybe they're getting a denial of service or something where they're trying to block their streaming. Why would anyone do that, though? Why would you give a shit? You know? Why would you care? It's so bizarre, man. Some people are so fucked up in the head. It's ridiculous. You know? Why would you care about that? Just, let them broadcast. It's so weird why all this censorship and hacking and stupid nonsense drives me mental. It's so stupid. I have noticed that nobody has clicked the link to come on with me. What that means is that sooner or later, I'm going to run out of things to say. And when I run out of things to say, that's when I hit the stop button and we call it a night. Barry just said, just checked Alex Jones, it's working in Oz. So it's working in Australia for some reason, but it's not working here in the United States. And they are posting a message saying that they are under attack. Gary says, I'd love to drop into for a chat, but I'm at work. I'm a night watchman in a haunted hospital. Oh, that's so fucking awesome. That's awesome, Gary. In a haunted hospital. Oh, dude. We got to get you on sometime to talk about. Yeah, I wonder if you've had any encounters with the unknown, with the dark, disturbing, the spirits, the ghosts, the wisps in the ether as they roam the halls of the empty hospital through the darkness. Yeah, but it's probably great. Let me check one more time to see if. Let me just see if Alex is back up over here. Let me just stop you right there. Let me see if he's back up. No. We are under attack. Yep, he's still. Oh, he's back. He's back, but he is saying he's under attack. But he's back up. There you go. Alex is back. Looks like it's going to be a very narrow vote for Texas. That's almost neck and neck between Biden and Trump in Texas, which is kind of weird. I always thought that Texas was more of a Republican state, but maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Biden's got California. He's got New Mexico. He's got Illinois. He's got New York. Hey. He's got Virginia. What else has he got? I can't see. Trump has got Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Minnesota, Atlanta, Georgia. He's got a bunch of states. Yeah. What a trip. I wonder how much of these votes are legit, though. I often wonder about that. You know, it's not how many people vote. It's who counts the votes that decides the election, right? You know, either nobody could show up to vote or everyone could show up to vote. It all depends on who's counting the votes. That decides who wins and who loses the election. Any questions for me? Otherwise, I'm going to bail because this is I'm rapidly running out of things to talk about. It says Gary B says Barry says Gary must jump on. Yeah, come on, Gary. Don't be a wuss. It's okay. You won't get fired. If you get fired, tell me. Put your boss through to me. I'll set that motherfucker straight. Click the link. Come on. Oh, well, Barry, come on, Barry. I've talked to you before. You've been on the podcast. Click the button so we can say hello. What's the big deal? Come on. Whoa. Fuck. Fuck, I almost broke the glass then. Jesus. That was pretty crazy. PND Lover. Hello from Brazil. Hello, PND Lover. That's a hell of a name you got there. that you love PND and you're from Brazil. But welcome to the stream. How you doing? Let's see. There you go. Barry's coming on. All right, Barry. Barry says, give me 5 minutes. No worries, mate. Yeah, what else we got? Max! Hey, Max, when they met, it was murder. It was murder, Max, when they met. How you doing, Max? How you doing, man? Good to see you on the stream. Gary says, this place is so haunted, people have quit the job. One person was many pardon me, I don't know what that means. But we're going to see if we can get Barry on. Barry's in Australia. Clinton Spacey 2020. There you go. Now there's a ticket. I'd vote for that. I'll buy that for $1. That would be something. Only 3 days in. There you go. 3 days in. So the 3 days working at the hospital, and they got so freaked out by the ghosts, they were like, fuck this, I'm out. Later, bitches. And they were gone. There you go. PND lovers, keeping up with your election because it changes my future. Well, only if you let it, PND. Only if you let it. Max says, like a pig in the proverbial gov. All right, mate? How you doing? Like the pig in the proverbial gov. All right, governor? Lovely. Marvellous. How's the lockdown treating you, son? All right? How you doing? Maxwell Weinstein 2024. Yeah, I'll buy that for I'd vote for them. No, that would be a wonderful ticket. Can you imagine? Maxwell Weinstein 2024. That would be cool. That's almost as good as Assange Snowden 2024. Wouldn't it be great if Trump gets elected again, he immediately pardons Assange and Snowden, like off the bat, like immediately. You guys are pardoned. There you go. You're done. Snowden, you can come home. Assange, you're free. Go back to Australia or do whatever the fuck you want to do. How amazing would that be? Be phenomenal. It's probably not going to happen, but I think it would be a gesture. It'd be nice. Never mind the quality. Look at the width. Behave, baby. Behave. So I'm just waiting for Barry to get his shit together so he can come on here and yap with me about who knows what. Let's see. PND says, who do you think is better to help Brazil? Trump or Biden? I want to hear your opinion. Well, I think in order to help Brazil, you need someone from Brazil, I think. You know, don't look to outside your country, look from within. If your country's not working and they can't get their shit together, then it's up to the people to get their ass off the chair and out of the fucking watching TV and fix it. You know, let the people fix it. Because we all know these fucking retards in the government, they don't have a fucking clue. All they want to do is line their own pockets and fuck people over. So if you want to change your country, I think it should start with you. Don't look outside yourself at Biden or fucking Trump. It's your country. You change it. Figure that shit out. Fix it. Organize. Work it out. Let's see here. Max says, Trump is the cabal, no matter how many times Benny Jones says the contrary. Good old Benny Jones, the Church of Bemlin. That's a great. I've never heard him referred to as Benny Jones before, but I do like that. That's that's like a '60s variety show. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, Mr. Benny Jones. Yeah, hello everybody, Benny Jones here. I just got a text message from somebody who says, looks like Trump is going to win. I'm like, shocker. Of course Trump is going to win. I could have told you Trump was going to win yesterday. I could have told you Trump was going to win last week. I could have told you Trump was going to win 6 fucking months ago. When you got that fucking Walking Dead extra Biden as who's going to go up against him, it's a fucking goof. The guy can't even say 2 sentences without fucking up and stumbling over his words. He's like 1,000 years old. He looks barely alive. You know? Benny Handles, Benji Bentwaters. Wow, all these, I tell you what, Ben has got some fans. Let's see. P&D Lover says, well, Trump is putting Brazil against Venezuela. My president is friends with Trump, so he's going to say no to Trump. I think Biden will help Brazil out by ending the fires in the Amazon rainforests. Now, I have to say, P&D Lover, I would suggest you change that name, by the way, but that's just me. Obviously, I'm not Brazilian, and I have no major insights into the inner workings of your country. But I would say that whatever country you live in, if you want change in your country, do not look toward your government or any external governments. Look towards yourself, your friends, your family, and your community. And work that shit out. I know it's easier said than done, but that's the way it works, right? That's the way things change. It changes with people, not with a bunch of fucking imbeciles wearing suits. Yeah. Let's see. Max says, cut to the chase. No one wants the POITUS job. POITUS. Hey, what are you, a POITUS? Yeah. Hey, where's Barry? I thought Barry was going to come on and yap with me. What the fuck? What's he doing? Is he putting some shrimp on the barbie? What's he doing over there? Come on, Barry. Okay, well, let's see. I can have a number of people. Maybe Max would want to come on. When they met, it was murder. Anyone wants to join me, come on live. You can click on that link I just put in the chat room. You can be on your computer, your phone, your tablet, whatever. Just click the button. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel, folks. And come on over. And let's see. Well, that me fucked. There you go, Max. Very good, Max. In that icon you have on the little picture there, there's a guy with a big beard. Do you have a big beard in real life? Do you have like some massive beard? Because I was debating. I was growing a beard last week, and it was getting kind of big. And I kept thinking, should I continue and go down the Grizzly Adams route, or should I just say fuck it and shave it? Well, as you can see, you know exactly what I chose. I shaved it off and I went and got a haircut. There's something weird though. When I went to get a haircut, I haven't got a haircut in a while, and I went to this barber's. And I'd never been there before because my regular barber, unfortunately, has gone out of business. And I drove past there a few weeks ago, and the place was all fucking boarded up because this COVID thing has destroyed their business, which is pretty messed up. So I went in and I sat down, and the lady came up, and there was 2 people cutting hair. There was a guy and a lady. The lady came over and said, "Do you have an appointment?" And I said, "No. Do I need one?" And she said, no, walk-ins are fine. She said, "Can I get your name?" And I said, "Yep, Ben Emlyn Jones." No, I told him my real name. And, Barry's joining. Hang on, let's see. Barry, hello, Barry. I better get my headphones on. Hello, Barry? Are you there? Let's see if I can work this. I've never done this before. Let's see if I can get this going. Hey, there he is. Let's see. Let me add him right. Add right. There he is.
Oh, yeah. Now I can see myself.
There's Barry. How you doing, man?
Good, yourself?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. Hang on. Let me see if I can figure out the routing of the audio, though, because right now you're coming out of my speakers and not my my headset.
Okay. I know some big lag.
There's a lag?
Yeah, from my end.
Hang on, let me put down the. I got Alex Jones talking over here. Let me turn the sound down on Alex over here. I'm still trying to figure this shit out, dude. This software is a pain in the ass. So how you doing, Barry? Tell where are you located in Australia? What part of the country are you planted in?
I'm in Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Brisbane, Queensland.
And what time of the day over there? It's tomorrow over there, right?
Yeah, it's currently 5 to 3 in the afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barry is living in the future. He is living in the future.
Don't ask for the lotto numbers.
So, well, I'm not, I could ask you for the lotto numbers, but as you're living in the future, Barry, I think I'll ask you, who wins the election?
Who do I think will win, or how?
Well, you're living in the future, man. You should know. You should know this stuff.
Well, I predict the media is going to call Joe Biden.
Okay.
But I think the election results will come in for Trump.
I agree. I think you're probably right there. I think Trump is going to win. But I think that'll make a lot of people unhappy also.
Yeah, just checked Google. They've got Biden for 209 electoral and Trump.
Hang on. I'm trying to figure out this audio. I do apologize, Barry.
Oh, it's all good.
There's your name, Barry. Look at that. I'll put my name up there. There we go. Barry and Gareth. There you go.
Yeah, I just can't believe the results at the moment.
So, what are you seeing on your end? I've been dipping in and out over here watching Alex Jones and then Joe Rogan, but the stream ended on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at the Google homepage, just doing a US election result as the search term. And as I said, it's bringing up Biden as 209 and Trump as 118 electoral college. But the one I'm finding interesting is Pennsylvania.
Well, that's the state that they need to win.
Well, looking at the Trump rallies, 57,000 people turning up to a rally.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
And Biden can't get a full car.
Yeah.
And you're going, how is it so close?
I agree, man. I think that the media is spinning some shit there. Probably, they're not being entirely honest with us. That's why they do with these poll numbers. I don't know if you remember in the 2016 election, every fucking poll that existed said that Clinton was going to win. Every single poll. And Clinton is ahead by 10 points and blah, 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 and all this bullshit. And then the next day, Trump won.
Yeah.
So whenever the polls say, Joe Blow is X amount of points ahead, it kind of don't mean shit.
Yeah, I've heard it said the reason that they have Biden ahead with the polls was for raising money.
No, yeah, might be.
Because you don't want to back a loser, so you have him leading, get the money, and then just pull the poll results back.
Yeah, totally. It very well could be. Everyone in the chat room, can you let us know if you can hear myself and Barry, if the audio is coming through successfully? Can you guys hear that okay? I finally fixed it where I can actually hear. I can hear Barry talking away, but I don't know whether it's going out into the internet. If so, the people in the chat room, if you can just give like a quick thumbs up or just say, yes, I can hear both of you, that'd be great. Yeah. Don't answer all at once now. We just need...
All good from Mark.
There you go. Mark is good. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for confirming that.
I just saw Max's comment.
What did he
Looks
say?
like a 70s photo fit of the Zodiac Killer.
I think it's the glasses, Barry. I think the glasses are making you look like you're about to put someone in the trunk and drive them away somewhere. I don't know.
I'll just change the glasses and see if it makes a
There
difference.
you go. You're just about to. Hey, mister, can you help me put my sofa in the back of my truck? Remember that in
Interesting,
Silence of the Lambs?
the amount of delay. I've changed my glasses. I've had them changed now for about a minute,
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes, and the video hasn't changed yet. There you
Oh,
go.
are you watching it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like I don't know how long. Maybe like a 5 second or 10 second delay. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this evening I'm consuming some wonderful 805 delicious Californian ale. I have to admit I am becoming mildly addicted to this stuff. It's absolutely delicious, old boy.
Yeah.
Let me pour it. I do know how to pour beer. Watch. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that shit. Oh my God. It's a thing of fucking beauty. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a God.
I was in Amsterdam, and if you poured a beer like that, they would shoot you. It's supposed to have like a third of it's supposed to be foam.
No, I hate the fucking foam, dude. I mean, I
I know.
like just a little sliver of foam, but you know sometimes they pour it and it's like fucking. No, I don't want that. You drink it and like your top lip is like fucking all. No, that's not my deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max says Gareth's prostate will be producing tonight. There you go. There you go. And Max is here all week. Try the veal. He's our resident comedian on the Mindset Central YouTube channel. Badum-cha. I wonder if I have there we go. Thank you very much, Max. Thank you. Yes. Yes, Max. Thank you. Yes, very good. Genius. There you go. Thank you.
Looks like he was going to do a Hunter Biden joke.
Yeah. Maybe you'll throw that up there and throw some Hunter Biden humor, you know. It's amazing that Hunter Biden's laptop, which is legit, this is not some made up news, like 100%, like this is fucking for real, but mainstream media is crickets. Nobody's saying shit, ixnay on the Hunter Biden, eh? You know, whereas if it was like Baron Trump or whatever, it would be front page headlines planet-wide. It's very strange.
It's the same over here.
It's weird, huh? Hey Barry, how's lockdown and shit in Australia? Are you guys losing your mind over there, or are they calming down a little bit?
I'm glad I'm not in Victoria.
Oh, what happened? What's going on?
Well, Victoria is, you're allowed out of the house for an hour a day.
What?
You've got to have. It's getting to the stage where you need papers to leave the house.
That's better than
valid reason to leave.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll see if I can find an article and post it.
That is so depressing. That's horrific.
It is.
You're allowed out of the house 1 hour a day.
Yep.
And who's policing this? Who is watching your house to see if you sneak out? And they see you walk out and say, "All right, there he goes. Start the timer."
Well, basically, they arrested a pregnant woman for saying that she's going to go to a rally against the lockdowns.
Oh, yeah, I saw that video. I saw that. It was very disturbing. Very disturbing video.
Yeah, and there's been others as well. You don't want to be down there at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
There's a few things. It's slowly. They've had 3 days without a COVID thing, so it's supposed to be getting lifted, but who knows?
Oh, looks like Justin Villarreal is here. He just says LOL. We can bring Justin in. Justin, you want to join the fray? You want to jump on with me and Barry? It'll be fun. The more the merrier, right? I'll repost the link in the chat, and if you have the desire, click the link, and it will take you to our show. I don't know if you're even there. Maybe you fucked off by now and gone get on with your life, I guess. Are you working today, Barry?
Yes.
Because I have your boss on the other channel. I want to bring him in a second. Just kidding.
That's all right. Look,
just
don't take the time on.
Tell me you're on lunch. Are you working from home now solely, or are you going to the office?
No, working from home.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Here's a link. Just find the chat room.
Oh, Justin says, at the moment, I'm doing a shit, shower, and shave. Wow, Justin.
What's he doing with the shower in his toilet, or is he shitting in his shower?
I don't. It's a good point. That's a valid concern there, Barry. I don't know. We'll have to ask him whether he's, maybe he's shitting in the shower. That's tough.
Well, hopefully when he goes to wipe his ass, he doesn't use the shaver.
Yep. That's true. He might slip and lose a testy. You never know. Well, Justin, all I can say is while you're having a shit shower and shave, good luck. I hope you survive. Max says, now there's an image. That's true. That's an image to throw into your mind's eye on election night. You know what really surprises me and kind of blows my mind is the world reaction and interest in the United States election. Isn't that weird?
Not really, because it affects everything.
I know, but like here in the United States, we don't give a fuck about elections in other parts of the world. Now let me rephrase that. The governments do, because they're up to covert shit and influencing elections all over the world and pulling strings and paying off people and all that shit. So yeah, in that respect, they are interested. But the general populace, the general man on the street here in the U.S., they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, basically, I said if Joe wins, we're going to go into global lockdown.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
Because every other government will see the US doing it.
Sleepy Joe. Sleepy fucking Joe.
I was actually talking to a lefty friend of mine, and he was saying that he believes Joe was selected for the sole purpose of that once he gets in, he gets removed, so Camilla will be the president.
Oh. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, and they were talking about when Pelosi talked about Article 25, it wasn't to be used against Trump. It was in preparation to be used against Biden.
Yeah. Interesting thought. And, as terrifying as Biden is as president, because he's, incompetent and can barely say fucking 3 words, Camilla as president bumps it up to a whole new level of terror.
Yeah, see, the worst thing is we've not heard much about Camilla over here.
Oh, man. She's a piece of work.
So I agree, Biden will be a lame duck. But Camilla, we don't know anything about her.
Yeah. Well, she's changed her race several times. I think she was white, then she was Indian, and now she's black.
Yeah, I believe she's mixed race, so she's Indian and Jamaican.
Yeah, but she flips it around a little bit,
Well, the one I found interesting, someone in the debate when she had with Joe Biden saying about the busing, one of the people in the comment section said that she, from the age of 6 to 19, grew up in Canada.
Yeah.
Which meant that she was never bussed.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to. Here we go. I got you. Now I can switch between us successfully. Let me.
Okay.
I'm trying to sort out this camera thing, so now I can go full screen of Barry. There he is.
Oh, okay.
And there's just the two of us, two of us, and then let me see if I can get me on here. Hang on. I get lad. Hang on. Let's see. And there's me. Yay.
Yep.
So now I can go. Fuck. I can go me, the two of us.
Yep.
And Barry. Boom. Check that shit out. Amazing. The wonders of technology. Hey, how's the weather out there? It's getting summer now, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful weather.
It's getting hot.
On Halloween we did have hail.
Oh. Were you allowed to celebrate Halloween over there, or was it all kind of locked down and stuff?
Well, in Queensland where we are, we still did celebrate to a degree. So after the rains, I took the boys out to trick or treat. But numbers were way down compared to last year in terms of houses.
Yeah, we didn't have any trick or treaters over here. It was it wasn't banned. It's not like they posted an order saying nobody is allowed to. There's nothing. It was nothing like that. It was just like, I guess parents were concerned. They didn't want their kids out there. You know what I mean? So they they held them back. So there was no like law or a public order saying you cannot do it. It was just that people didn't do it, you know?
Yeah.
It all kind of stopped.
The boys are loving it, mainly because of getting candy.
Oh, yeah. That's great, man. I have a fucking massive tub in the house that we had for trick-or-treaters, but nobody showed up, so...
it's only half full now?
What are we going to do with that? I wonder... it'll vanish over the next couple of weeks as I, consume it, or my son will raid it also and make it disappear. But yeah, it was okay. It was a weird Halloween. We got Thanksgiving coming up in 2 weeks, so it's going to be interesting how that plays out, because the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, he's come out and said that only 2 families numbering 6 people or less are allowed to get together for Thanksgiving.
I saw there's a YouTube guy, Canadian lawyer, can't think of his name just at the moment, was saying that they took Newsom to court and he can't implement some of those executive orders that he's done. Yeah. Just checked Google. Biden's picked up a few more votes.
Oh, really?
He's now 213.
Oh, there you
go. 118.
It's going to be a weekend at Biden's pretty soon, right?
Yeah, which makes you wonder what's going on.
Remember that movie in the 80s, Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah.
With the dead guy? Weekend at Biden's. That's going to be starting pretty soon. Because that's essentially what it's going to be. He's like a fucking reanimated corpse. You know?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Interesting.
Did you guys did you hear the clip I played on the Mindset podcast a few weeks ago with him stealing speeches from other politicians in the 80s?
Yeah, I've seen that clip on YouTube a couple of times.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And people forget, I mean, I know that was like, 30 years ago. But still, a leopard doesn't change its spots, ladies and gentlemen. People are people. So why should it be that you and I should get along? So what's the lyrics? I can't remember. Let's see what's happening with Alex Jones here. He's still ranting. He says he's under attack again.
Interesting. They're not wanting to give Florida to Trump.
Yeah.
So 96% recorded, counted, 51% to Trump, but they're not going to give it to Trump.
No.
But the other one that's interesting on this Google homepage, Hawaii, no votes counted, and they've given it to Joe.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the media love Joe and hate. Well, no, let me take that back. They don't love Joe. They just hate Trump.
Well, see, the thing is, it's going to be bad for business for him for Biden to win. Trump makes him so much money.
Yeah. But he's despised, dude. It's an instinctual thing. I mean, here in California, I mean, practically every person I know hates him. Absolutely fucking despises him. And when you ask them why, and you really start drilling down as to why they hate Trump, they really don't have a valid answer. It's very strange.
Yeah.
It's all media and cultural programming, you know?
Yeah. Well, I was talking to a Biden supporter this morning, and I asked him, what is it about Biden you like? Paul, take a step back. Are you voting for Biden or against Trump? And he said against Trump.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're in Australia, so we can't vote, but he was still a Biden supporter.
Yeah.
And his whole thing was because of things that Trump said. And then when you asked him about it, all of that was just media spin.
Yeah. But they just buy it, dude. People buy into it hook, line, and sinker. They don't give it a second thought. They have zero inclination to do any research or figure out what may or may not be true. I mean, if a guy comes on TV wearing a suit, reading a teleprompter, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, today the sun will impact with the earth," they'll believe it.
Yeah. But what was interesting was he's been discussing with friends in the States. They're all in that leftist bubble. And he was saying that if Biden wins, that people will go around hunting LGBT people.
Wait, hunting?
Hunting. Go around. And I'm thinking...
What do you mean hunting? Like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by hunting? Like,
go around and shoot people.
What?
That's what his friends are saying. And
that's insane.
Look at it and go, but he was saying if Biden wins.
I'm confused. That makes no sense.
I know it makes no sense, and I pointed it out to him. But that's what his friends were thinking in the States, if Biden wins.
If Biden wins, they're going to go out and hunt the gays.
Yep. That was the discussion in their little group.
Fuck. That's so bizarre.
It is.
How are those two? How are those two things even connected? I don't get it.
Well, they're not.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, it's
so for him
strange
to think that, it makes you wonder what they've been fed in their social media feeds.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a lot of it. Social media has a lot to answer for in regard to this. You know, because like I've said many times, you know, most people are good, but most people are dumber than shit. And when they're presented by these little memes and blurbs about these things, they don't just laugh it off. They take it to heart. They believe it, which is insane.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, I heard one positive thing that's come out recently. They were saying that the Twitter share price has dropped 90% recently.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, because they kicked off David Icke today for some reason. I don't know why, He must have posted something that was a little too close to the. They must have pushed someone's
Possibly.
buttons. But yeah, they
But
kicked him off.
you've
He's
got
gone.
a lot of people defending the movie Cuties.
I have not seen that movie. I've seen the media outrage about it and people talking about it. And if what they say is true, then the outrage is probably valid because I don't want to see some fucking little kid.
I don't either.
I'm not interested in that. But whether or not, but it might be hype. The actual movie might not be the way that they're playing it out, or it might be. I simply don't know.
What I've heard is just the fact that instead of, remember the old Hitchcock movies?
Uh huh.
There was scenes that you'd hear the music, you'd get the
Right.
impression something was happening, but you didn't see it,
Yeah.
and it built the tension.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this is supposed to be a coming of age movie for 11-year-olds
Right.
doing pole dancing or stripping type dancing. So
Yeah, but
instead of doing the
even.
Hitchcock way,
Mm-hmm.
they showed it instead.
Yeah, and even you just saying that 11-year-olds stripping and pole that makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Just the thought of it is fucked up.
yeah.
You know.
And interesting, everything I heard, it was both left and right were bagging it, saying this is not on.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
And then you have a lot of people come out and say, oh, it's just the intolerant people.
That's not when you're talking about kids, dude. That's not intolerance. That's just nasty. It's horrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
but then again, I could be wrong. I have not seen the movie, right? So I really don't have a valid opinion until I've watched it. But from
Yeah.
what I've heard and what I've seen in previews, it's something that I really don't want to watch. I have no desire to sit there and watch that.
Well, the question is it a honey trap?
Yeah, good point. Good point. It could be. It
So
could
if you
be.
watch it and they go, oh, here's a potential pedo, we'll keep an eye on them.
Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. It might be. But there was a tremendous amount of outrage against Netflix for releasing that. But apparently, the movie came out in France last year under a different name, and it was fine. Nobody said shit.
That's because the legal age is a lot. I don't think they have a legal age over in France.
Zut alors! I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then I heard that the director is not actually French.
oh,
She's sounds like somewhere from Africa,
oh,
but I
okay.
can't be 100% certain. So
Uh-huh.
it's a different cultural setup as well.
Yeah. So our resident comedian Max has been posting some wonderful comments in the chat room. He says that what we described for cuties is in the 70s we called that youth club. And he also said this stuff is giving an honest perversion a bad name. Kaboom. There you go. There you go, Max. Very good.
BLT people hunting people.
Yeah, good eye, mate.
Okay.
Max, Oregon. Yeah, I think Max was on the stream on Friday too when we did the Halloween stream. I think he was on that. He says, "Yeah, the French are not the bastions of the decency." Well, I guess that's debatable. But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
So Victoria's in lockdown for an hour a
Yeah.
day, and you're in
Yeah.
where are you again in Wellington,
In Queensland.
Queensland? Okay, and it's a bit more freer over there for now.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah. There's people still wearing their muzzles when you go out and shop.
Uh huh. Yeah, that's the same over here
But
too.
but generally speaking, people don't care as much in Queensland because we have a tendency to have more space between people.
Okay.
So our personal space is a lot larger.
Uh huh.
So to be comfortable, because I'm from country, you'd probably stand a metre or so away from a person naturally.
Right.
Whereas in the city, you're probably used to people being a lot
A
closer.
little closer, yeah.
Because I know the time I spent down in Melbourne, people would try and get closer, and you constantly back away, and then
Back
they get
away,
closer
yeah.
again, back away.
Yeah, they're violating your personal space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in Queensland, we've got beautiful weather, nice and sunny and hot. So that also has an effect on your immune system. And
how did you guys get through the COVID winter? Because you're edging into summer right now, and we're edging into winter, and everyone's telling us this winter's gonna be terrible. You know, the COVID's gonna really fucking ramp up in the cold.
Yeah, I think Queensland had 6 deaths.
6?
6.
Wow.
Australia's about 900, and Melbourne's most of it. Victoria's most of that.
Wait, let me think about that. So, what's the population of Australia? How many people live there?
Say 25 million.
So, wait. 25 million people live there.
Mm-hmm.
900 have died, and they've
Yep.
locked down the entire country.
Yep.
Now, call me crazy, but that sounds fucking stupid.
It is.
900. Well, I heard the other day that worldwide, less than 1 million people have died from COVID.
I did hear someone try and say it was 1.4 million, but
Well, even if it was one, that's nothing. That's a fucking drop in the ocean. That is nothing.
But what's interesting is in Queensland they had a couple of deaths which they said were COVID related, and then a couple of weeks later going, oh, he didn't have COVID.
It's madness.
So
I don't know what's really going on, man, but it really makes you suspicious. There's some shit going on. And I don't think it's to do with COVID. You don't lock down an entire world over 1 million people dying when there's 9 billion people on the planet. It makes zero fucking sense.
Yeah. And especially when they're saying the number of flu deaths last year was about the same.
Yeah. And the flu, no one gives a fuck about the flu. We just go about our lives like normal. No one cares.
I was surprised that the flu, COVID didn't get the Nobel Prize for medicine. It cured the flu.
It's cured the flu. It's cured everything. Nobody dies of cancer anymore. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
it's like,
or old age.
Yeah. No one dies of old age or cancer or fucking diabetes or car wrecks or nothing. It's only COVID.
Oh, there was one case of a guy died in a car wreck and they called it COVID.
They had COVID, yeah. Yeah, COVID fucking killed him. That's ridiculous.
And I heard that in the UK, they're going back into stage 4 lockdowns.
Yeah, UK is pretty bad right now.
Because of the number of deaths. But they said it was because they changed the definition. So instead of being in the last 28 days, if you got a positive test, they changed it to the last 60 days.
Right.
So you're effectively just changing your metric to increase your numbers.
Well, there's multiple videos online. You might have seen it in the UK where they send COVID testing kits to people, and you're supposed to do the swab. You swab the back of your throat, you put it in the test tube, and you mail it off, and then they tell you if you got it. But multiple people throughout the UK were getting this test, not swabbing, just putting it straight in the test tube and mailing it without it even touching them, and they were getting the test back saying it was positive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's madness. Absolute fucking ridiculous.
I heard reports of people getting a positive result before they even had the test delivered to them.
Yeah. It's
I've heard
insane.
of animals and fruit getting...
Yep. About 2 months ago, I was in hospital. I had kidney stones, so I had a few operations to get the kidney stones out. And I was talking to after the operation, I was you're waking up, and I was talking to the nurse, and I was telling her about I'm feeling better, blah blah blah, And we talked about COVID, and I said about the test, and she came close to me, and she went, yeah, the test is not really reliable. And that's a fucking, someone, a healthcare professional, and they're telling me the test that everyone's being given is not reliable. It's ridiculous. Oh, did I lose? I lost him. I lost Barry. Well, it was nice chatting with you, Barry. Actually, it is getting kind of late, and I have work tomorrow, so maybe Barry edging out might give me the moment I need to bail, because this was never intended to be some mammoth stream. It was just going to be a kind of impromptu hello. Let's see. Who else is still on the stream? Anyone? Anybody there? Anyone watching? Bueller? Max says Australia is down. Yeah. Ritu. Could be. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I know it's been a short one. Maybe I'll do a longer one on Friday if you guys are available. I'd love to talk to anyone. So we'll call it a night for now. If I do a live stream on Monday, on Friday, I can't even say the fucking dates. On Friday, I'll let everyone know. But the Mindset podcast will be out on Sunday, where we'll have an election recap special where we'll talk about the result of the election and what happened and so on, and yeah. And Max says, Mammoth Stream, we're back to your prostate again. Yes, very good, Max. Very good. It's pretty good. Anyway, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. We'll catch you all later, and we'll catch up to see how this election madness unfolds. Have a great night. Have a great week, and maybe I'll see you all on Friday or sooner. Good night, all. Bye.